Meanwhile, there is disturbing news tonight about the number of women who are putting their lives on the line for the country and facing attacks by fellow service members. From the Pentagon, NBC's Jim Miklaszewski tonight on new efforts to address sexual assault in the U.S. military.
Red Cross worker Ingrid Torres was working with the U.S. military in Korea when she was raped by an Air Force doctor.
I still wake in the night. He still comes after me in my dreams.
Torres told lawmakers today her nightmare continued after she reported the assault to a military justice system dominated by male commanders.
I had a psychologist tell me that I was acting like a baby, and if I wanted to learn how to act like an adult, he would be happy to work with me.
Torres is not alone. Government reports estimate that at least 1/3 of all women in the U.S. military have been sexually assaulted, but it could be much higher. It's estimated that half of all sexual assaults go unreported.
Women serving in the U.S. military today are more likely to be raped by a fellow soldier than killed by enemy fire in Iraq.
Critics claim even when assaults are reported, the military's response can border on negligence. Marine Lance Corporal Maria Lauterbach was 8 months pregnant when she was murdered, allegedly by a fellow Marine she had accused of raping her. Her mother testified that Marine commanders refused to reassign her away from her alleged attacker.
Maria is dead, but there will be many more victims in the future.
Ultimately, only 8% of accused rapists are court-martialed in the military, compared to 40% tried in civilian courts. The Pentagon itself has been slow off the mark. A task force on sexual assaults formed more than 2 years ago still hasn't held a single meeting.
When it comes to sexual assault in the military, DOD has no credibility.
The Army, however, intends to spend $40 million next year on sexual assault prevention.
I can assure you that the Army treats sexual assault very, very seriously.
The Air Force officer who raped Ingrid Torres was eventually convicted and is serving time, only one of a few brought to justice. Jim Miklaszewski, NBC News, the Pentagon.